Hey, Caroline Bolderston here, coming from you right at the end of AREC 2019. We've just wrapped up 2 phenomenal days, and what I wanted to do is bring you as quickly as I can my top 7 takeaways from this year's conference, because there were a bunch of recurring messages over the last 2 days, and overwhelmingly the themes seem to be about attitude and also mindset. A bunch of real estate fundamentals, but the recurring theme was attitude and mindset. So let's get going. So the very first takeaway for me was all about how important it is to change your strategy. What is not working for you? Are you identifying that? And what's working for others? Like, what can you see that does work? We had a few great speakers mentioning this. Todd Duncan, phenomenal, from the US, all about model success and what others do. We also had the brilliant James Clear, who just closed the conference. He's Mr. Habit Man, Atomic Habits, and he was all about just follow the key habits of others. And if you haven't read his book, grab it, because he teaches you how to build a habit. My number 2 takeaway was all about the bounce back. You know, talk about mindset and attitude. It's about, you know, we heard so many stories about agents who are successful, have had challenges, setbacks, personal tragedies, and they bounced back from that. We had the amazing, incredible, probably just my idol now, Barbara Corcoran, this morning, and she spoke about things that she's had to sort of overcome. And we had Ruma Mundi yesterday, Georgie Bates today, sharing their stories about how to make your way forward and bounce back, not make your way backwards. So that was my number 2. Number 3 is all about staying in your lane. What do you love doing is the question, because when you do what you love doing, what you're best at doing, what your expert zone is, you're in flow and you feel happier. So it makes sense to get a team around you, get people to do the things that you're not great at. So identify your weaknesses, stay in your lane of what you love doing, build your team. We had awesome examples of teams. We had Sonia Trelaw, high volume and how to overcome a skinny market. We also had the whole concept of, making sure that you master your area, your core area. Stay in your lane, the people you love, doing the things that you love to do. Number 4 was all about connection, and we did hear that last year a bit, but it was kind of tied in with the concept of connection does build that high trust model. Thank you again to Todd Duncan for that. High trust builds reliability, people will want that, and the great saying that came out of these last 2 days is from Kylie Charlton, who was on an interview panel, and she said connection before commission. That's where your attitude needs to be. Scott Dutton as well, who's phenomenal, spoke about how to be the master of difficult conversations, and again how that connection is a big part of you overcoming anything that you feel you don't want to have a discussion about, especially in this climate with your vendors. Number 5 of my top 7 is practice more than you play. That again was from Barbara Corcoran. I love it. Being a coach, it is about practicing, role play, get great at the areas that you know are your weakness at the moment in terms of your personal skill. How can you be better? And it's really incredible, because it's all about Barbara thinking you've got to have rejection practice. Practice how to bounce back from rejection, practice how to be great at taking rejection and getting stronger from it. So I absolutely love that. And James Clear also said it's about process and systems that will help you practice what you need to be doing more. So process and system, again, I love structure. So that was right up my alley. Number 6 was belief. Back yourself. Everyone can do what others have done, and we saw so many examples of agents coming into the industry. We had an incredible example of, an agent writing $1 million GCI in his first year, and then on it goes. That was David Gonzalez from Perth. It was quite extraordinary, but it's all about attracting your ideal client by staying true to your beliefs. What are your values? What do you care about? Be real, and you'll attract better people around you. So I love the whole concept of belief. And final, number 7, and I've left it to number 7, it probably really should be number 1, but it is the most important one, which is take care of number 1, take care of yourself. Because if you're your best you can be the best you for everybody around you. And you know what, I really, really believe in that, and there's so many examples of your health, your mental fitness, everything. And that came from David Gonzalez, who's written 3 million GCI in his 3rd year, and I don't often talk about GCI, but he's also done big volume, and also Todd Dutton, because when you take care of yourself, there's trust in yourself, and therefore your clients will trust you. So overall, it was a big AREC, and it's about being, not just doing. That's from James Clear, and I love it because it's about being bold at the end of the day, and your future is about being you. So I hope that helps. If you weren't here this year, I hope that gives you what you needed, and maybe I'll see you here next year. See you guys.